Hey guys, welcome to Shep Talk and my review of Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Directed by Christopher McQuarrie, starring Tom Cruise as Ethan Hunt, Haley Atwell as Grace, Ming Rames as Luther Stickwell, Simon Pegg as Benji Dunn, Palm Clementoff as Paris, Asai Morales as Gabriel. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning has a runtime of 2 hours and 49 minutes. Story: Ethan Hunt and his IMF crew are back, still racing against time to stop the dangerous AI known as the Entity. But with the governments around the world scrambling for control and a shadow from Ethan's past returning to the forefront, this mission gets personal fast. I'll say this right off the bat. The film does a solid job dropping callbacks and Easter eggs for longtime fans. And there's a particular character returning who gets a low-key redemption arc that totally worked for me. It's a packed movie cast-wise, but surprisingly, no one feels like dead weight. That said, for what's being billed as the final installment, the villains kind of fumble the ball. The Entity, the all-seeing AI threat, feels way less intimidating than it did in Dead Reckoning. It's more background noise here than general terror. And as for Gabriel, he just kind of floats in and out of scenes, like a plot device instead of an actual antagonist. And that's the bigger issue. There's no real sense of danger. Sure, bad guys pop up, flex, and scowl, but I never felt like Ethan or his team were truly at risk. It all plays a little too safe. Now let's not act like Final Reckoning doesn't deliver when it comes to what the MI franchise does best. Adrenaline pumping, nail-biting action scenes. The tension is still there in moments. And when this movie hits those classic MI beats, it soars. Actors: Simon Pegg as Benji. Let's give this man his flowers. Benji's character arc throughout this franchise is underrated gold. From desk tech to core field agent, his journey has been one of the most rewarding to watch. Then we have Palm as Paris. And this might be a hot take, but I loved her arc across Dead Reckoning and this film. Her chemistry with the team, especially Benji, felt genuine, and her presence gave the movie so much needed edge. Action. This franchise has a formula, and it still works. The action is fast, wild, and over the top in the best way possible. While nothing here reinvents the MI wheel, it doesn't need to. These sequences are polished, precise, and thrilling. But now, let's talk about that underwater scene. Unreal? Yes, absolutely. But it's executed so well that you buy into it. That's the magic of Mission Impossible. It makes the impossible look almost believable. Cinematography. No surprise here, the visuals are top tier. The sweeping locations, the crisp action framing, and the dynamic camera work are all textbook MI. This franchise has mastered how to shoot tension, and Final Reckoning doesn't miss a beat. Soundtrack. It's fine. Nothing groundbreaking aside from the classic theme, which still slaps. The rest of the score does its job, but don't expect any standout, needle drop, or memorable new motifs. Now, onto some of my nitpicks. The climax. The final act just keeps going. It feels like they were stretching to justify the nearly 3-hour runtime. Yes, the stunts are impressive, but it didn't add much urgency. It felt like a spectacle for spectacle's sake. The Entity felt more like an ideal than an actual threat. In Dead Reckoning, it was terrifying. Here, it's just there. Lack of stakes. We've reached a point in this franchise where no matter how insane the scenario is, we know our heroes will be fine. Even the deaths don't hit as hard because they rarely involve a core team member. Overall, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning is a solid entry, but it doesn't land like a final chapter should. The action, still top-notch, the pacing, despite the runtime, mostly moves, and the callbacks hit the nostalgia sweet spot. But without a truly menacing villain or any major shakeups, it feels like more of the same, and that's both its strength and weakness. It's fun, sure, but final? Not really. If Tom Cruise announced another one tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised. With all that being said though guys, Shep Talk gives Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, 3 Sheps out of 5. Guys, thank you for watching my review. If you're a longtime MI fan, let me know what you thought of The Final Reckoning in the comments. Do you think this is really the end for Ethan Hunt, or just another mission in disguise? Make sure to like and subscribe, and check out my other reviews. You'll find something you love. But guys, that's all I have time for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.